Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am really glad you're here. In my last video, I showed you kind of a sneak peek at the 2002 Ford Ranger that I picked up on Marketplace. And as I mentioned, it needed some work. So off camera, I've already done a few things to it. I replaced the coolant overflow tank, which is a small pressure tank, because it had a crack in it. The truck was not reaching temperature. The temperature gauge was reading cool, and the engine never really warmed up. No matter how much I drove it, I could touch the hoses. They weren't that hot. There was no pressure in the cooling system. So I replaced that tank, hoping that would help. Didn't help. Had to be done anyway. But then I decided to replace the thermostat. And on these, you get the thermostat as a whole unit. It's a gooseneck plastic housing with a thermostat built in, even had a temperature sending unit built into it. So basically 3 components in one. That was pretty much a bolt-on process, pretty easy to do, a little tight in there, but I put that on, and as soon as I did that and ran the truck, temperature gauge shot up right to the middle where it should be. The heat was blasting perfectly. When I grabbed the upper hose, it was nice and stiff because the system was building pressure, so I thought, all right, check that one off the list. Well, I drove it about 20 miles. I got home, and there was coolant pouring out from under the truck. So what I think happened was, by fixing that and letting the system pressurize, I think it found a weak spot in the old radiator and it blew a radiator. So I ordered a new radiator, and I'm going to put that in today and hope that that takes care of my heating and cooling issues for the engine. Then we can move on to other problems. Now, this is not going to be a how-to video or a step-by-step video. I really just want to get this done, and I wanted to record the video because although I said I probably wasn't going to talk too much more about the loss of our daughter Elizabeth on the channel, a lot of you have reached out and have sent such kind messages, and I just think it's important for us to stay connected because you're genuinely curious and you care about how we're doing. So I appreciate that, and quite frankly, you know, we're doing okay, but then there are days we're not doing okay. Today's one of those days where I am just blue. I am just really blue. So I thought, let me tackle this, and one of two things are going to happen. Either it's going to be a welcome distraction working on the truck, or I'm going to get frustrated by every little thing that doesn't go well. So we'll see what happens. If that happens, I may have to just stop and not mess with this today. But I appreciate you just hanging out there with me, and let's fix this thing together. All right, some nitrile gloves, Phillips screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and a socket set. I think that should be all I need to get things going here. You know what's great? These little magnetic dishes from Harbor Freight or wherever you pick them up, they're pretty handy. Keep all your hardware together. I don't really know what's holding it in place. Nothing. A little tight. That's an electric fan there. I've got this old bus bin from a restaurant, which is great for capturing the coolant when you disconnect the hoses. I don't want to jinx this project, but kudos to Ford for not having any bolts on the bottom. Now, I wonder where that leak was coming from. Now I know it's important to shop local, and I really try to do that as much as I can. But I got to be honest, I ordered the radiator and the radiator hoses from Rock Auto. And I've been really happy with Rock Auto because they have pretty amazing prices. And they also have a selection of parts. So like when I ordered the radiator, there were like 4 or 5 to choose from, different brands. And they have, I think there's some ratings next to them. Anyway, so I ordered that and I got the radiator. They shipped the hoses separately, and I got an email saying that the order was returned because the package was damaged. Now the problem with Rock Auto is they do not have any customer service via phone. So it's all online. So I looked at my order and it looks like they're just refunding my order, so I'd have to reorder those hoses. At any rate, I want them tonight, so I'm picking them up locally. I'm probably going to pay twice as much for them, but at least they're in stock locally. So, and I'm supporting a local business. Okay, old radiator, new hose. And looks good. Top hose goes like that. Goes like that. Really? Come on. All right, let's see if we can get the new one in damage free. Is this stuck on? Are you serious? What are you stuck on? All right, well, last night it was getting dark and I was getting really frustrated because I was having a hard time getting that radiator into place because I didn't take the shroud all the way out because I would have had to unbolt the fan blades and everything, and I was trying to just make it fit. Anyway, I was getting really frustrated, so I just stopped. Then I came out and just tinkered with it and got things to fall into place. So I got it kind of buttoned up and finishing up a few things to put it back together. I'm going to mix up some coolant, fill it up and see how it goes. No screws or bolts left over. That's always a good sign. I'm trying to do this like right, which I don't normally do. I normally buy my antifreeze and I mix it with tap water, but this time I bought a gallon of distilled water because you really should mix antifreeze with distilled water because it doesn't have the contaminants or the hardness of the water. So I've got an old empty container that I saved, so I'll put half of the new antifreeze in there and then use the water to top them off. You probably can't see it on the camera, but if I shine a light from behind, I can see the level of the liquid here and the levels here. So I can continue to even them out that way. Now it's there and there. A little too much. Okay, I'm at the max line. It's circulating. We'll let it warm up and we'll check it again. Well, the temp gauge is rising and I'm just gonna take it down the road and let it get fully warmed up. Manual transmission, so I kind of can't hold the camera and steer and shift at the same time too easily. So the temperature gauge is at the halfway point, which is all the further it should go. Of course, you see that ABS light. That's another issue to deal with. It's probably one of the front wheel sensors, but doesn't really affect anything other than the fact that I don't have anti-lock brakes right now, but I do have brakes. So we'll just keep riding this until it gets as hot as can be. Well, no leaks, so I say we just let it run. I've got great heat coming out, so that means the water's circulating through the heater core. Well, there's a reason people buy new vehicles and don't want to mess with old ones. I did get the radiator changed. It seems to be working okay. I heated it up, I ran it until it got hot. No leaks, good pressure, good heat, so that's okay. The funny thing is, after I changed the thermostat, the oil pressure gauge started bouncing all over the place when it got hot. So I figured the sending unit must not have been working properly. So I replaced the sending unit for the oil pressure, and now that still didn't do anything. So whatever's going on with that gauge, it's pretty messed up. In fact, it bounced around so much that it's bounced all the way around now. It's at the bottom of the pin, so I think I just don't have an oil pressure gauge anymore. Just things you deal with an old truck, but I'm glad I got the radiator fixed. I'm going to take it for some more drives, do some chores with it, and hopefully that'll take care of that problem. And then we'll be on to the next thing that's definitely going to happen, because that's what happens with old trucks. Anyway, thanks for hanging in there with me. I know I was kind of in a bad mood on this one, but I just wanted to do some work. So thanks for being here with me. Thanks again for your support. I do appreciate it. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time.